We on, homie. Where we at?
We are in between Tucson, Arizona, and Colorado. It's been a bumpy road.
Yeah.
Literally.
Mm-hmm.
Between fixing race cars and hitting bumps in the road.
Yeah, we got Art over here.
What's up, everybody?
Yeah.
How we doing tonight?
Art's doing a fine job.
Got a little rain, got a little thunderstorm.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
We just pulled over.
Checking on the race car, making sure everything's good.
Mm-hmm.
And we're going to drive 2 or 3, maybe 4 more hours and stop for the night, and then we'll finish the drive tomorrow. Heather is flying in tomorrow to do our merch, so
Nice. Good deal. Well, y'all, we wanted to go live and just answer some questions about the NPK season so far. We are 10 races in so far, and man, there's just been a lot going on. So if y'all want, you go ahead and put some comments in here and share this video, and don't forget to like it. And I'll be checking out the questions here, and we'll ask Scott to answer a few of them.
and we got some awesome stuff going up on YouTube over the next couple days, so go check out our new YouTube channel and like and subscribe, and that'll keep you up to date with what we're doing on the road. We're trying to share as much as possible, sort of from our view about NPK this year, and the street stuff as well. We got some street stuff coming up at the end of the season, and we're going to try to share as much as possible about the road life of it, and then we obviously can't share the winners of that, but we'll share as much as we can, and some of our testing. That's sort of the exciting part anyway, the street testing. So don't forget to check out our YouTube channel, like and subscribe to follow.
Okay. All right, we got a couple questions here. We got almost 200 people on here. Let's start with, how's the car running?
The car's been doing pretty good. We thought we had the hot rod to win in Tucson, Arizona, but things didn't work out. We was on a good clean pass, and we broke the end off the valve, shot it out the exhaust. So we got lucky there. It didn't damage the motor too bad. We was able to change the head and put a new piston in that hole and get it back together. We fired it up, and we made a single test pass yesterday, and everything went good. So we're ready for Colorado. So the car's running good. We just had a little bad luck this weekend.
Yeah. Okay. Let's see here. Eric Hernandez wants to know what's up with the new car.
That's a good question, Eric. This is not how we wanted to do it. We wanted to get the car tested and bring it out at a later date. Well, a sooner date, but we at least wanted to get tested and have it 100% ready before we brought it out, but not going to work out. We're going to push ourselves this week. This is the last race we're running track dough. It is retired for good after this weekend. We're picking up the new car from Wally Stroop on Tuesday in North Carolina. So we got like Saturday after this race, we're going to drive like 1,700 miles to North Carolina. We're going to work on the car for a day or two and get it fired up, and we're going to head straight across to Oklahoma. So Oklahoma, we're bringing out the new car. Hopefully Friday night is enough to get it tested. Like I say, it's not the way we wanted to do it, but if we don't just stop at some point and bring out the new car, I don't think it would make it out this season at all. And Track Dow's a top 5 car, no doubt about it. I feel like it's a top 2 car, but I don't think it's a number 1 car, and that's what we want. We're not just here to travel the country to be 5th. We want the number 1 spot. We're going to do whatever it takes. So we're going to take a huge risk and bring out the new car. That's a long answer, but yeah, that's the answer.
Okay. No, it's good. Everyone who's just joined, if you would, just go ahead and give us a like. Share this. We're going to be live here for a little bit, answering some questions that y'all got. Next question is Johnny Gilkey. What engine is in the car?
Same on all of them. I don't know if he's talking about the new car or the old car, but exact same. Jimmy Rector built us a couple Hemis. It's 524 inches. Brad Anderson, just a run-of-the-mill Hemi, basically, with Jimmy's twist to it. Pro Charger as well on the new car and old car.
Yep. All right, so several people are asking about, looks like Murillo and Birdman drama is what they're calling it.
Figured that question would come up. I don't
Yeah.
have a great answer, or I don't have a politically correct answer for it.
Let's not address that just yet. That's a lot. There's a lot going on with that right now.
I mean, I hate not to address it, and I hate to address it, but I'll just say this. I see both sides of it 100%. When it first started happening earlier this season, I didn't think it was necessarily good, but nobody said anything about it, and it kept getting worse and worse and worse. And then this week, Chuck mentioned it in driver's meeting, and it went pretty smooth. I thought that everybody was going to get a warning, and I did agree with that. Everybody gets a warning, and we move on, and we stop doing it. I thought that would have been great. But then when they didn't get the race, I thought that was very harsh, considering that a lot of other people's been doing it all season long. So I'm glad it's stopping. I'm not glad that they didn't get the race. I wish they'd have got the race. We spent a lot of money traveling the country, and they didn't get the race after they spent their time and money to get there. And they obviously didn't do it on purpose, or they wouldn't have posted it on Facebook. So I see both sides of it. I really do. I don't think that we should get the test. I wish we didn't get the test at all. I wish we'd come off the trailer and race this thing like men, and rolled out of the trailer and went up for first round. That's the way I wish no prep racing was. You'd see some different winners. It would shake things up, and that's the way we do it at Dirty South. We come off the trailer Friday night, and we go racing. We got a huge race coming up in Odessa, Texas, first week in November. And if you want to see some awesome racing, check that out as well. We're going to come off the trailer Friday night for first round for $5,000. And then Saturday, we're going to come off the trailer again, first round for $10,000.
All right. Absolutely. Looks like Texas Street said Winter Meltdown again this year? Question mark.
We're going to do our best to make Winter Meltdown. As long as we're not filming, we'll be there. Matt Plotkin puts on a great event, and I would have been at more of them, providing we hadn't been filming as much as we have. We won Winter Meltdown last year, and we hope to go repeat again with a new car.
Yeah.
We hope to get small tire and big tire this year.
Yeah, James K, he said, I don't see what it matters if it's not within 7 days at the same track.
Yeah, I think they were within 7 days, but I'm not sure about that. I think it may have been 7 days exactly, or 6 days.
Yeah.
I think it was like 6 days, but it like I say, I mean, it was a bad deal. Regardless, I feel like if it, if it had been my deal, the very first person that done it earlier in the season
It should have been
would have been stopped and not got to race, or at least not got their points. Or by this far in the season, I think I would have gave a warning to everybody, or either not done anything at all. So it's a tough call.
Yeah.
I think everybody should have got a warning and said it should have been handled earlier in the season. Is what really should have been handled.
100%.
Didn't realize the racers are the one that have to protest it.
Michael Simpson asks, where's old John Doe? Ain't seen her in a while.
Got parts coming in daily for John Doe. I robbed a pile of stuff off of it, unfortunately. John Doe ends up getting put in the corner every 6 months or so, just due to time, but I robbed a few things off of it. Hogan is building me an intake, and they didn't have it quite done yet, so I took the intake off of it. And Aeromotive is a little bit back order on fuel pump and regulator. Everybody is struggling to keep up with demand right now. Everybody's sales is way up, and supplies are hard to get. So, whether it's ProCharger, Aeromotive, Hogan, the guys that I use weekly to keep these cars running, the supply and the demand is tough right now.
Okay. L. Alex says, will you ever do any small tire stuff?
Oh yeah, absolutely. We did some small tire stuff last year. If I'm not mistaken, we went to 4 small tire races, and I think we won 2 of them. As soon as we get done filming, John Doe will be back on smalls, and we'll be shaking things up. But once again, we went to 3 or 4 small tire races last year, and we had everybody already in their feelings with it, so we would do that once again.
Adam Wayne Bustle says he wants to know your favorite track.
Favorite track. I have a couple. Favorite track to test at, and it's probably, man, that's tough. Golly, I hate to answer that.
That's a pretty tough
That's
one
a
there.
tough question. We have some great friends that help us along the way. Gary over at Evadale has been super nice to us, and Steve and Amy at Brainerd, they have been super nice to us. It's smaller racetracks, but the people that run those tracks make it so awesome for us that we love the tracks.
They're family.
But if just a facility and a view and things like that, man, I love Bristol. Bristol is an awesome track that NPK don't go to, but we've been there, with our same crowd for a street outlaw race. Bristol is, you feel like that you're just pulling out into an awesome place when you go out to make a pass. It's a good view.
Some lady named Heather on here asks, can your wife get another schnauzer?
I'm sure that Heather already knows the answer. And not to forget another track. There's several tracks, and I'm going to forget one, but Odessa, Gary,
Absolutely.
it pops into my mind as a favorite place to go because the atmosphere and the people there running the track.
Tough question, for sure.
It is.
You've been to a lot of tracks.
We meet so many people, and I don't want to leave anybody out, but those 3 people, those 3 groups of people, go above and beyond to help us.
Always, at any time.
Yep.
When we need someplace to park the rig, whether we need someplace
We
to test.
literally wear Steve and Amy out. I mean, like, I need to get them a big Christmas present. Like,
We're going to put a mailbox there.
Yep, I stay there a lot.
We might have to put a residence in for this year.
Yeah.
We've been there so much.
File for homestead.
Rodney Williamson asks, are you selling track though?
I don't know, but it is retired after this week.
Okay. Chuck Bates says, is Dirty South No Prep coming back to Gulfport?
Next year, I'll have to look at my schedule, but I think it's in March, and absolutely it's coming back to Gulfport. So March of next year.
Another great track.
Yeah, Gulfport's another great track. Miss Teresa works great with me. That's what I'm saying. I know I'm forgetting people there, and I don't want to forget them, but
That's a list. That's a hard question because we have so
the
many.
racing community has let us meet some of the greatest people in the world, and I'm forever thankful.
For sure.
Couple people on here wanting to know why Bergman and Mike weren't allowed to race.
Oh, I thought we already did that one.
I know, but
Maybe
there's
it
some
wasn't
people
on.
that haven't been up on it. What was the rule that was?
We're not allowed to test within 200 miles or 2 weeks of a race day.
Of that particular upcoming race.
Yeah. So They unfortunately got the band hammer when I'll say that some of the others have not, and that's what I'm sure we'll get addressed coming up this week. And we're not crazy about being in the middle of it. I understand what happened. I mean, I support my team 100%. I don't think Kai sort of got the run around round one, and it escalated. And man, I'll just say that I feel like Mike and Birdman was sort of bystanders. It really was. They got thrown into it because other things got protested, and I'm surprised more things didn't get protested. Once one person starts telling on one person, it sort of just goes around, and I don't believe in all that. If somebody lines up and they pass tech, I'm ready to race. I don't care if they got a car that don't fit their. Well, we've been doing it all season long. Frankly, there's a lot of cars that don't fit the rule, and they pass tech, so I line up and race them. So that's the way we're gonna run our program. I'm not there for the drama. If they pass the rules, we're gonna race them.
Yeah,
100%.
Some guy named Adam Jennings says that he's protesting you in Denver.
Okay. Hey, if they something that don't fit, just let me know. I'll fix it.
Adam, no, he's awesome. He had that new Proline engine in this week.
Yeah. Oh, I was bragging on him on the starting line. I was sitting there talking to Steve Petty, which is awesome. It's an honor just to even talk to him. But we were having a conversation, and I told him, I said, that car is rolling. He's like, well, he's got one of our new motors, and so his car is rolling. Look great.
Yeah, for sure.
Look great.
And a good person too.
Yeah, super nice guy.
Yeah. James K asks, when we gonna see 4-wide NPK?
I think maybe next season. I tell you what, that it's. I have suggested it.
Mm-hmm.
I have suggested it.
Yep.
If NPK don't go there, maybe Dirty South can.
There you go. Sounds awesome.
It's going to happen soon, one way or the other.
I'd like to take the top 4 in points and line them up and get it done.
There you go.
See who the real man is.
I agree.
That's what they should do. If the top 4 in points are within 20 points of the championship, just do best out of 3, 4 wide.
Douglas Chandler asked, do you have any info on the track opening on Highway 49 north of Hattiesburg?
I don't. I've talked to them, and I still think they're very, very far out if it happens, in my opinion.
Yeah, Adam says he's going to protest you for being too fast.
Hey, he's going to get it thrown right back. I seen that thing running. It looked good.
For sure.
That's funny. Brandon Stokes wants to know if you're ever going to do Outlaw Armageddon.
I don't have anything against it. Things just haven't worked out. We went to several of those races, and I'll tell you, our group did not feel appreciated over there, but that's neither here nor there. But it's not really on my agenda to go take my time to do it, because we didn't really feel appreciated when we went, and they've sort of apologized and made up and done stuff like that. But in the back of my mind, I didn't feel appreciated when I went, so I don't really try to put it on my schedule. But not saying I won't go. They're good guys. They have their group. They're 100% 405, and they should be. They're from 405. But,
Alvin Gardner says, let's get Hub City back.
man, I wish. If I had the time to do it, I'd find a way. I say that. It's a tough deal. You know, we had a 5-year lease on it, and when it run up, we couldn't really agree on getting it done again. But it needs a lot of upgrades, and that's the problem. They didn't want to out-of-pocket it, and I didn't want to out-of-pocket it and then them sell it. So they do have the land actively for sale, but they're trying to sell it for something other than a drag strip.
Yeah. Okay. A couple more here. Rodney Williamson, what got you into racing?
My dad, he was always a racer, and my whole life that's all I wanted to do. Me and a friend of mine, Jared By, even in high school, my parents would go out of town, and they had no clue. They passed away a few years back, but they never had a clue of the things that we've done. But in high school, me and my friend Jared my dad had a car lot, and we would take cars off the car lot and go out and drag race them at night. He had no clue. We've been racing since we were kids.
Leland wants to know if you're going to be doing any bracket racing.
I wish. Steven, that we was talking about earlier, Steven and Amy at Brainerd Motorsports Park. They had put me in Steven's dragster the other day and made a couple laps in it and had a bracket race, but unfortunately the timing belt broke on the engine. I felt bad. It broke. He said it was well past due for service, and the timing belt broke. But I was actually going to run in a bracket race a few months ago, and it just didn't work out for me. Yeah. It felt weird being back in a dragster, I can tell you that. I hadn't been in a dragster in 5 or 6 years, and I climbed over in there, and I was expecting to be violent, and man, it's the smoothest thing I've ever been in. It's nothing like track dough. Track dough is a wide open rocket from one end to the other, and the dragster was just smooth all the way down.
Johnny wants to know, do you tune and work on the chassis on the car yourself? If not, who helps you?
I do a lot myself, but I tell you, you got to know when to step aside and get somebody to help you, and we have Triangle Speed shop helping us. I've had a couple people help me along the way, and Jody Hadley out of Mobile, he really got me headed in the right direction. He got me going with the Hemis, helped me on the chassis. He got me headed in the right direction, and then he's a super busy guy, and that's when I got Triangle Speed to help me, because they was able to go every week and do. But to answer that question, I do a lot of the chassis myself. I'm pretty knowledgeable on chassis stuff, and we have come a long way with fuel injection. I was scared of that a few years ago, and I know my way around the fuel injection pretty good for 2 years, 3 years of using it. So if I had the time, I can do a lot of it myself, but Triangle Speed does most of it for me on the tuning.
Cody Baker wants to know, you as bored as I am on the trip, this drive sucks.
Absolutely.
Hey, Cody.
I ain't too far from a nap, Cody.
We're gonna hammer out a few more miles.
We're doing a live feed. You know we're bored.
Paul wants to know which car is going to be on the street.
If things work out like they're supposed to, John Doe will be the street car from here on out. That's what we're geared up. We're doing the new car. Like I say, we're retiring Track Doe, and new car will be for NPK and track stuff. And as y'all know, it's a 2021 Camaro on it. And then John Doe will be for all the street and pretty much all the small tire stuff. We may even have John Doe on radials later this year.
We're going to try the new car on radials.
Yep, I may try the new car on radials. I wouldn't mind going to one of Tyler Crossnose races or either one of Gary's races at Evadale on some radial stuff with a new car.
We've always talked about trying that. We really never have.
Yeah, we built the new car to where we got enough room to move the rear around and stuff to do radials, and drive shaft, loop and tunnel is big enough to do some radial racing.
Still here.
Cody says he's watched the whole Netflix series.
Shoot me some suggestions, Cody. I'm ready for something. I ain't watched TV in like 3 weeks. I'm ready to watch something.
Oh, man.
I'm ready for another season. I was watching Lake of the Ozarks, and man, the way the last season, or it's not the last season, but the last one that aired, the way it ended was super crazy. So I'm waiting on the next season of that. I like that. Me and Heather watched Lake of the Ozarks.
Do you have any interest in RVW?
Radio versus the World, not really. I don't have the time. You got to make a commitment to that like we do NPK. So not at the time. I'm not saying I won't do it in the future, but again, if I did, it would be with like Tyler Crossnut.
Mm-hmm.
That guy is doing huge things for drag racing, and he doesn't get noticed enough. He's not a loud and obnoxious. I mean, he's just a cool, collected guy that's doing a lot for the sport. So
Cares about the sport.
He cares about the sport a lot. He races. He runs a track. So it'll definitely be with Tyler Crossnut if I do something.
Okay. Cody said clickbait is a suggestion.
Clickbait. Hadn't heard of that one.
Mikey Nitrous Bunna says Heist on Netflix.
Heist.
Check out Heist.
Gotcha. I'm sure my wife's making notes.
I've heard some stuff about clickbait. It's supposed to be really good.
DG says, would you have ever thought this type of racing would blow up like it has?
No, I never thought NPK would get this big. I never thought No Prep would get this big. We were talking about it the other day. When I first brought John Doe out, 2014, I had a 632 single carb, cast intake, car run 440s. I won one of the biggest No Prep races with it. Won some cash days with it. Won a $25,000 deal. That was huge at the time in No Prep. Running 440s. And now, if you're not running in the threes, you might as well leave the car at home. It's that bad. So, never thought it'd be this big. I never thought it would last this long.
Be this fast.
Never thought it'd be this fast. And so I'm surprised. We're hanging in there, and looks like next season is going to be bigger than this season, just from the rumor mill. So next year is looking like it's going to be big. A lot of races, a lot of states. So pretty much anywhere in the country, you'll be able to get tickets next year to see us at some track within a couple 100 miles of you.
Mm-hmm. The fans, I think, have helped us too.
Oh yeah, it's got to be the greatest fans out of any sport ever. I mean, people wait in line to talk to us and wait in line at the gate for 8 hours. I see people parking campers 2 days early. I see their jacks down and they're camping and hanging out 2 days early to get in these events. It doesn't get any better than that. It's awesome. The fans are awesome, and we couldn't do it. We couldn't do anything without the fans. They do amazing, and I think they're the best people in the world for supporting all of us.
For sure.
I know we hadn't said it a little bit in a little while, but if you want to follow some of our inside views, check out our new YouTube channel. Like and subscribe. That gives you the most up-to-date stuff about our crew, and we try to share as much as we can without getting in trouble with Pilgrim about what's going on with our team.
Yeah. Y'all know who this is.
Is that what I'm supposed to say, Steve?
Yeah, you did good.
You did good, Scott. Hey, we got an attaboy.
Yeah.
Good job.
Steve Raphael, is that it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's my buddy.
He says, is Art sleeping again?
Art sleeps when he drives.
Yeah, I sleep when I drive.
I look over there and he's got one eye closed, and that's fine. As long as both of them not closed, I don't say nothing to him.
You rest one at each time.
He also told me there's only room for one Steve on this team.
Oh yeah, we got a new Steve.
Oh man. And there's a lot of questions here. Thank you guys for joining in and asking your questions. I'm sorry we can't get to all of them, but I think we're fixing to crack the whip on Art here.
Yep.
I think we need to get going.
Absolutely. Thank you guys for logging on and taking a look at our live feed. We appreciate each and every one of you. And
For sure.
we got some exciting things coming up. Hopefully the new car don't bite us. Hopefully it treats us fair. I feel like we got a super good handle on our combination. Maybe the car will just come out and be flawless. We got our fingers crossed. You either have the cars that come out and run flawless, or you have the cars that fight you for weeks. And hopefully the race car gods work with us, and it will come out with a race car swinging right off the bat. Wally Stroop is going to come with us to Oklahoma, and I think that's awesome. I've always looked up to Wally as a kid, just to be racing with like Pat Musey and Wally's coming with me to the racetrack to tune my car. It's amazing. I never thought in a million years we'd be in a spot for that to happen.
Couldn't have dreamed of something like this.
You couldn't even. If you'd have told me 5 years ago that Wally Stroop is coming with me to the track to tune my car and work on the suspension and make sure that a car he just built for me personally is going to go down the racetrack straight, I'd have never believed it in a million years. So.
Same thing with Pat,
Yeah.
with us helping Pat learn the street stuff. And
Pat Musey's called me twice today.
yeah,
That was a childhood hero. And he's called me twice today. So
That's cool.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
It's an honor to talk to them guys and pit with them and hang out with them. So
race with them, learn
we
from
just
them.
a small town crew getting to hang out with a big dog. So we love it.
Yeah, it's awesome.
We're gonna get on the road. Y'all be sure to check out our YouTube channel. And,
S.Taylor Motorsports.
S.Taylor Motorsports on YouTube. And we're going to have some awesome stuff coming out next week on the new car. So y'all be sure to check it out.